Hi, I'm Andrew McGrath with Campus SafeRide, and in this video I will demonstrate how using our mobile app and online dispatching tool makes acquiring a ride home simple and the overall process much safer. Let's start with the mobile app. This is how the students are able to request their ride in seconds without fear of a busy signal. As you can see, there are four main parts to this page: the request ride button, the status message in the middle, and two icons on the bottom. The left one for settings and the right one is for help, which describes how to use the app. Let's take a look at the settings menu. The settings menu allows the user to type in their default information so that when they want to request a ride, each field will automatically be populated. To save a little bit of time, I have already filled in the default information for one Sarah Smith. Now, this message in the middle indicates to the user the status of their ride. Currently, Sarah does not have a ride request to process, so this message shows. Clicking the Request Ride button will open up the rider information menu. The information is already populated because of the profile set up earlier. The fields can still be changed here, however, so the rider isn't forced to use their defaults. Since Sarah normally studies at the library, her default is the library. But today, she'd like to be picked up from the union. So I'm going to change it here, like so. All the other fields can be changed as well. The only field that's optional is the comments field. It is used for letting the driver know anything that might be important to ensure a quick and safe pickup. Once a ride has been submitted, this submission successful box will appear. Hit OK, and the user will be taken back to the main screen. After a submission, the rider will see two more buttons: a cancel button if the rider wants to cancel their ride, and a waiting position button if they want to find out their current position in line. There will also be a different status message saying the ride is now scheduled. This message will continue to update as the dispatcher updates the status of the request. Now, let's look at the web. Since we just submitted a ride request via the app, a blue notification box appeared to notify the dispatcher of a new request. Clicking this box will refresh the page, but you can also do this by clicking the refresh button at the top or the request button at the top. Waiting to refresh allows the dispatcher to deal with already submitted requests before moving on to new ones. If a student calls in for a ride, it can be added to the system by manually entering relevant information at the top. For example, I'm adding a new entry for a John Doe, whose ID number is 987654432 and is going from the library to university housing. As you can see, there's an autofill feature if you've already typed in certain locations or names. Once the entries are filled out, press the green plus and it will go into the queue. By clicking the map button at the top, the dispatcher can track all the vehicles that are active in real time. Currently, you can see two vehicles moving to different locations on the map. The map can also hold more than two vehicles, up to as many as your fleet has out for that night. At any time, you can enter the vehicle number in the van column to associate a request with a vehicle ID. The status box has different values to keep track of the ride status. When a driver is dispatched to a rider's location, changing the status to arriving will send a notification letting the rider know that the ride is on the way. This means no more waiting outside in inclement weather or alone in the dark. As you can see, the notification appeared over here saying, "Your ride is arriving, please be waiting." If you click it, it will take the rider back to the main screen and you see the status updated with, "Your ride is arriving, please be waiting." If the driver arrives at a pickup but the rider is a no-show, they can tell the dispatcher and the ride will be marked as such. As you can see here, if I mark it as no-show, the user also gets a notification saying you missed your ride and will be scheduled again. Let's put this back to arriving and they'll receive another notification saying that happened. If you want to send a custom notification to the rider for any reason at all, you can do so by hitting send message, typing in what you want, and pressing OK. As you can see, they got a message saying, "Please call SafeRide." Clicking help at the top will bring up a menu of how this interface works as well as our contact information, as you can see here. That's the end of the demonstration. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact us at campussaferide@gmail.com.